Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Mental Health with Mecca. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about toxic relationships and gaslighting. To gaslight someone means to manipulate them into questioning their own sanity. Now, this is something that you can see in abusive relationships and in toxic relationships. And it's very important to identify the signs of gaslighting because even after that relationship is over, the effects of gaslighting can really progress onto your next relationship. It's really dangerous and harmful for you because the person who you're in a relationship with ends up making you believe that you're crazy and that you're always wrong because you're crazy. और इसकी वजह से आपके relationships बहुत ज़्यादा affect हो जाते हैं because you tend to believe that there's something wrong with you. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about 5 signs of gaslighting which you can use to identify in your relationship. Number 1, these people make use of your fears and vulnerabilities to hurt you. And they do this because they want to make themselves feel like they are better than you, and eventually they want you to believe that they are better than you. For example, let's say if you're insecure about your weight, they're going to constantly point out people who are skinnier than you, or they're going to make jokes about your weight, making you feel uncomfortable, but eventually you're going to believe that that is actually in fact true. Number 2, they talk like they know you better than you know yourself. And even if you try to tell them that that's not true, they will convince you into believing that you're lying. And this is dangerous because eventually you tell yourself that, okay, you know what, I think they're right, when that in fact is not the case. Number 3, your idea of normal changes. And that's because whatever their idea of normal is becomes your idea of normal because they force that onto you. Even if that normal makes you feel uncomfortable. It could be going into a situation that you don't want to be in, but they make you believe that, ye to normal hai, ye aise hi hota hai. What is wrong with you? Why wouldn't you go there? Why wouldn't you do that? And eventually you question yourself, you doubt yourself, and you believe that their normal is your normal. Number 4, questioning your own sanity. Now, this one is the most dangerous of all the signs because this is where you actually start believing that you are crazy. And how do they do this really? If you have any problem, anything, for example, they're abusing you, they will make you believe like you deserve it because there's something wrong with you really. And you did something in order for them to behave that way with you. And if you feel bad about it, they'll call you things like, oh, you're too sensitive, or you're too emotional, or you're paranoid, or you're being hormonal, when that is not the case at all. So then when they say these things to you, eventually you end up believing them and you think something is wrong with me, maybe I have a problem, maybe I'm crazy, you know what, maybe I'm too sensitive. And that's really not the case, like I said earlier. And the last sign is that they will never apologize to you, even when they're at fault. They will always make you believe that you're wrong, and they will say things like, you would never do this right, or you are always doing this. Words like always and never, they will always use these words to make you feel like you are wrong, and you actually always do something wrong, and so you end up apologizing to them even when they are wrong. This is a classic example of gaslighting. If you don't identify these signs and continue to be in a toxic relationship where there is gaslighting, then you can develop so many different mental health related concerns. Also, this can lead you to not take care of yourself in a relationship, which can be very unhealthy. Therefore, identify these signs as soon as possible and walk away from this relationship because you deserve better. Now that you know some of the signs of gaslighting, comment down below and let us know if you've ever been in this situation or in such a relationship, and if yes, how did you walk away from it? Thank you guys for watching. This is Mariam Awais. Stay tuned for another episode.